Hello lovelies, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Agape. Welcome to my channel. Today's topic is how I met my husband. So my last video was about living on my own in a 2-bedroom bungalow. So while living there, and I was working, and I was posted to various health centers around Enugu, namely One Health Center and Asata Health Center. So I was friendly with my Sam's, that's my husband, Sam's niece in Aba, where I did my nursing training. So her mom is from Nri, while her dad is from Item. The name of my friend is Ozoma. So as fate will have its way, I was living in Enugu when she decided to visit me, because when I left Aba to come back to Anambra, I kept in touch with Ozoma. So she said, "Oh, I'm coming to visit you." And being that I was living comfortably and have accommodation, so it was a welcome idea to come. So when she came, she said, "Oh, I want to go and visit my young uncle, because my husband's family, the dad is a polygamous man. He married 4 wives. And my mother-in-law, who I did not meet, she died before I got married, was the 4th wife. And this my friend Ozoma. Her mom is from the, I think is the 2nd wife. So it's a large family. So you could imagine. So he said, "Oh, I have a young uncle working in NEPA, the company that is in charge of the electricity distribution and everything to do with electricity in Nigeria then." So, and I said, "Oh yes, I know the building, and NEPA is a federal establishment." And so I took her to NEPA, and voila, I met Sam. So he said, "Oh, this is my uncle." So I said, "All right." So I think we saw quite a few times before Ozoma left. But what happened was that after Ozoma left, Sam made contact with me, and initially it was platonic. And so when I go to NEPA to pay my bill, I don't have to queue. I just see him, and he will come and sort my bill and jump the queue for me. So from there, he showed interest in us taking our relationship further. I don't want my friend to know, or, because if it didn't work out, I don't want any interference, from outside. Let's see if it will work out for us or not. So we kept it like that. And it wasn't long. The Anambra state was subdivided. So out of the old Anambra, we had Enugu State and Anambra State, the new Anambra State. So, and I was working in the state Ministry of Health. So that's the health center is under Ministry of Health. So I will need to go back to Anambra. So that was how I left Enugu. But we kept in touch. So he was working, but also studying, doing his degree part-time. So when I saw him, and I thought, okay, what do I want in a husband? Does he have the potential? He doesn't have money. He doesn't have a car. He was just living in 1 room then. But what I saw was somebody who was determined to make something out of his life. So by the time I met him, he has already enrolled in the university, doing it part-time and working and paying his way. So I said, okay, we will take it slowly and see where we go with it. With time, it was growing, and I was in Anambra, and the school was at weekend. So when he finishes work Monday to Friday, he will come to Oka after school on Saturday, because his village is in, which is very close. So he will go there afterwards, seeing me, and then on Sunday he will go back. So this is how we started seeing each other. And I will go also to Enugu, and I will stay at my uncle's, and then we'll see. This continued. I didn't want a fair man. I didn't think it was proper for a dark-skinned lady to marry a fair-skinned man. That was my own thinking. There was no bias or anything. It's just my own thought. But anyway, knowing that the most qualities you want is in a person, you know, those are the things you can forgo. And I'm sure if he will have opportunity at some point to come to the channel to talk about our relationship, he will also say things that he had to forgo because he saw other things that are much important in a relationship. So we grew like that, and eventually it got to a stage where he said, you know, there's a wedding, my niece is wedding, and I want to take you to the wedding. And it's a big deal then in our time then for a man to take you back home, and that means it's serious. So he took me home, and along the way we took a public transport, and along the way we saw when we got to the garage to take the bus to where we will stop and take another transport down to his village, as we were waiting to embark on this journey, one of his half-brothers saw us and called him and said, "What are you doing here? I went to your place in Enugu to pick you up, but you were not there." So, and he said, "Well, I'm with somebody." He said, "I see." So he said, "Okay, leave that transport and join me in my car." So while we were going, we saw another half-brother, and we stopped, and we were transferred into the other car. In all this journey and banter they were having, I was totally ignored. You know, I didn't mind because I know they would be thinking, who is this lady? So when we got to the village, and I was in their sitting room, and he was busy. There was a lot of arrangement to be done, transport, and who is going to go get into which one to go to the church wedding. And a lot of people were coming in to look at me, and everybody was whispering, and somebody that was brave enough was saying, "Who is this person?" You know, my husband's Igbo name is Abechata, and I'm not used to that then. I only called him Sam. His full name is Samuel. And somebody was bold enough to come in and say, Abechata, he brought this lady in. He's never brought somebody home. Who is this lady? And as if I wasn't there. And I was thinking, okay, I'm just hoping that things will go normal. And I was looking for that my friend Uzoma, because she was going to come for that wedding, and it was going to be a shock, because that is when she will know that there was something going on between me and her uncle. And she happened to be the chief bridesmaid for that wedding. So eventually, anyway, we got to the church, and then Uzoma saw me, and she screamed, said, "What are you doing here? Who do you know that you came for this wedding?" And then Sam, my husband, came out, and he said, "What?" I said, "Yeah, I didn't want to tell you because in case it wasn't serious or something goes wrong or something like that. I don't want it to be that you were, involved, or maybe you were siding me, or you felt bad about your uncle. We just wanted to figure it out first. And he said, okay, I'm happy, it's all going well. So, and one thing that was clear was that the intention was very clear, that he had good intention for me to bring me home to his family. Anyway, fast forward, we continued with the relationship, and it wasn't long. We talked about getting married and coming to see my parents, and did the dowry ceremony and the white wedding. So that is how I met my husband, and this is part one of how I met my husband. There will be other stories concerning how I met or how my marriage is going, but I hope it was interesting to you. Please do subscribe, comment, like, share, hit the notification button and alert bell to get the videos when they drop firsthand. Thank you for watching. It's always a pleasure to have this discussion, and I hope it has been helpful. Thank you so much, and bye, and see you in my next video. Thank you.